These days, the Jewish people stand united as one. If any good has come from Hamas's attack on October 7th, it is the sense of unity that it has created amongst the Jewish people. We oftentimes say we are one, but you and I know that that's not necessarily so. Think back to right before the war. The people of Israel were divided as never before, with hundreds of thousands protesting in the street against government policies. This division amongst the Jewish people is reflected in everything I read. Daniel Gordis's book, We Stand Divided, sort of says it all. A recent book I've read, Frayed, the unraveling, the disputes unraveling the religious Zionists, even amongst the religious Zionist group, they are not one. And now comes the war. And now we have stories and sites of unity that really should make all of us feel good. How's this for a story from a recent blog of Daniel Gordis? Tzvika Gringlick hit a car. He exchanged details with the owner of the car, and he said to the owner of the car, "No problem, I'm to blame. I wasn't okay, and we'll fix what you need in the car." They arranged to meet together at the garage on Wednesday. On Wednesday, she arrives at the garage, and Tzvika Greenwood does not come. She tries to call him, and he does not answer his phone. He disappears as if the earth swallowed him. Thursday, the woman sends him a message. "I'm really disappointed. Your behavior is not nice. We arranged for Wednesday, and you didn't come." He sees the message and immediately sends her a message back. "I'm very sorry. On Tuesday, my son Shaul was killed in Gaza, so I couldn't come." The woman immediately apologized. She herself had been at the funeral, but she did not make the connection that he was Shaul's father. The same day, she arrived at the Shiva home and comforted the family. During the Shiva, Tzvika told her, "When the Shiva is over, I will transfer the amount of the repair to you." She told him, "Don't worry about it. I don't want the money." At the first opportunity he had, he transferred 2,000 shekels to her by Venmo. She sent him a message that made him weep. "There is no need." The owner of the garage heard that the person who hit the car was the father of a soldier who fell in Gaza. So he fixed the car without taking money. This is the story of the people of Israel. The rabbi of the wall describes his feelings when tens of thousands gathered at the Kotel to pray for the hostages. It's hard to articulate the heart-wrenching moment when thousands of Jews from all streams, sectors, opinions, and backgrounds sound and prayed together. The multitude that came to the Western Wall from all corners of the earth was the truest, deepest, and purest expression of the spirit of an entire people. Yes, we Jews, as divided as we may be, unite against the common enemy. And you know how long we've been doing that? Ever since this week's Torah portion, which describes the exodus of the Jews from Egypt. Now they think they are free, only to discover that Pharaoh and his army are in hot pursuit. The Torah describes the reactions of the Jews in one sentence. And when Paro drew near, the Israelites caught sight of the Egyptians advancing upon them. Greatly frightened, the Israelites cried out unto the Lord. The Hebrew word hikriv in this passage is rendered drew near in the English. But the real correct translation is caused to draw near. And in fact, that's the way the rabbis read it. They read this verse to mean, and Paro caused to draw near. What did he cause to draw near? The Jewish people. Rabbi Barachia, we are told, comments, the coming near of Pharaoh did more to bring the Israelites closer to God than 100 fasts and prayers. That's the way it's always been with our people. We're oftentimes divided and separated, but when there's a Paro pursuing us, suddenly the Jews drew near to one another. We saw an example of this after the Holocaust. Our people confronted difficult tasks that we succeeded in because we stood united. Rabbi Saul Berman has pointed out the various challenges. First, to heal the minds and souls of the remnant of our people who survived Hitler's Holocaust. Where would they go? Many came to our country or to Israel, rebuilt their lives, became successful. And then we created a strong Jewish and democratic state in the land of Israel that served as the ingathering of the exiles from the four corners of the earth. Jews have returned to Israel from Ethiopia and the Soviet Union, Yemen, Ashkenazi Jews, Sephardic Jews, all brought together and welcomed in open arms. And here in America, after the Holocaust, we witnessed an incredible growth of Jewish learning and Jewish commitment. Every major community in America, and even small ones, have day schools and mikvahs, and kosher food is available all over. How did we make it happen? Well, the survivors of the Holocaust, it was the Hasidim, Satmar and Belz and Klosenberger, who helped rebuild the communities from ashes. The Orthodox did it, but it couldn't have been done without the active support of the non-Orthodox. The creation of the state of Israel, the secular Zionists, for the most part, did it. But the rest of the Jews helped. To this day, the highest grade is among of Aliyahs from Orthodox. The ingathering of the Jews and freedom for Soviet Jewry. You remember the signs in front of synagogues? Orthodox, conservative, reform. What we've established here in America, largely due in part to reform and conservative who created institutions like federations and social services and agencies and Hillels and chairs and college campuses for Jewish studies. The Orthodox supported it, but the conservative and reform put their money behind it. But how long did that unity last? When was the last time Orthodox and non-Orthodox worked together or even met together? Remember how divided Israel was before October 7th? Hamas brought us together. How long will we stay together? Let's see. Shabbat Shalom.